Who's it gonna be? This is Lamar! Oh my God! My brain's gonna explode. My brain's gonna explode. There's something sinister afoot, absolutely.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Slightly Biased Show here at the Haymaker studio. I'm joined by the three-man weave in person, in the flesh. Nick Angstadt, Isaac Harris, Locked On Mavs, Slightly Biased Show. What more can you want, guys? New Year's Eve, Texas Tech plays tomorrow.
Maybe to start on time.
You guys rooting for Texas Tech tomorrow?
Just for you.
Thank you. I mean, I would hope so. What's the point of why would you root for Oregon?
Big Nike guy.
Yeah. They have a cool quarterback.
That explains a lot. that explains why before the show he was like, I'm just not going to say my true feelings about the Luka trade on here because I'm just not ready yet.
Whoa.
Give Luka a couple more weeks of this play, and then I feel comfortable letting it rip.
Also coming from the guy that said, why shouldn't you be fired?
Oh, true.
What's Nico doing these days?
Who knows, man? Maybe he's in Eugene right now, getting ready for the.
Say unemployed. Hold on.
I don't know. Good question.
Best fact checkers on.
Is he watching?
Good question. So we're here at the Slightly Biased Show, the Haymaker Studio, Haymaker Network. Link in the description. Subscribe there. Subscribe here. Like the stream. Everything that I just said, you need to do. Let me center myself. He's still unemployed?
Girl dad.
Unemployed,
and Nico Harrison.
Unemployed is still there. Hey, there might be spots here at Haymaker Network. I'm not sure.
Imagine.
He wants to come on every 15 minutes. 15 minutes a week with Nico. That'd actually be a great show.
The slightly traded show.
Yeah. Honestly, we need to consider that. We need to see if maybe we can get
Nico
Nico on here 15 minutes a week. All right, so New Year's Eve 2026 is officially tomorrow. Do you guys know that?
The 26th one?
The 26th.
These keep going?
26th year of the 2000th millennium.
What was the craziest thing you've done on New Year's Eve?
Jesus Christ, dude. I don't think you guys understand who I used to be, so I'm not answering that
I
question.
don't. That's why I'm here.
That's why we're
That's the only reason I'm here right now.
Honestly, though, New Year's Eve, probably pretty tame. All things considered.
All right.
All things considered.
We can stay
I do
professional.
remember not too long ago, well, a long time ago, downtown hotel in Dallas. Let's just say I was eating breakfast at 7 a.m. in the hotel.
Wow, you got up early.
I got up bright and early.
Seems normal.
Got up bright and early to enjoy some breakfast. Let's see. I saw on Twitter that tomorrow is the first time since 2020. It'll be the only time until 2035 that New Year's Day will be 1-1-1 on the when you write it down.
What's the third one?
So I decided it'd be interesting to go through the 2025 calendar year that was the Dallas Mavericks season. And we're going to run through it.
Let's do it.
What the crap's happening right now?
We're going to run through it and just chime in where you want to chime in.
Favorite. Slightly with a rundown.
Chime in when you want to chime
Count
in
the gummies slightly.
because
Thinking about
going
what you did
through this, look who's here.
What did you just break?
Look, I honestly didn't know this was here.
You just knocked this over.
I thought that was you at first. I was
Look
like,
who's
no
here.
way.
Look who joined the show.
Should we just keep him?
Unbelievable. Yeah,
LeBron stands are furious.
Yeah,
right
LeBron
now.
stands are just really mad.
Sorry, LeBron Stan.
Can I say something real quick about that? And
This is your show.
I'm ready to get going and just if I have to go on Instagram and see one more Luka, Austin Reeves, look how much they're our best
Their
friends
best
post.
friend? Yeah.
I'm gonna rip my hair out. I saw one today,
Mm.
and I was just like, feels like read the room a little bit.
No,
Lakers-
they're besties.
Lakers are terrible.
That's
Luka
the
doesn't
only
look
thing
good.
they
Reeves
have
is
right
out. Like,
You
let's
see those
read-
posts on Instagram?
Yes.
That sounds about white.
Literally today, and I'm like, do they post 5 of these a week? Like, who gives a fuck about this? All right, so let's get into it.
DeAndre Ayton's playing good.
Yeah, Ayton's been great, huh?
2
Dominating.
rebounds last night.
Dominating. They were talking about that on the broadcast. They were like, Ayton, no rebounds, but he does have 6 points. I was like, wow, that's great. That's a great trade-off.
That's awesome.
Stop me when you want to chime in about something.
Oh,
I can't believe how
Can we talk about
insane.
your beanie?
I'm going beanie. I got one in Europe whenever I was there because it was shockingly cold, and I'm just kind of rocking it.
Europe
I'm
flex.
for it.
Yeah, Europe
I
flex.
feel out of place, but I'm for it.
I know. I've never worn a beanie really ever.
I've
But-
never seen Nick in a beanie.
We were talking. Nick said before the show that he didn't get the beanie beard memo.
I did not. I got the.
I want to see Nick with a beard. Can we get like 2 months of?
Or a beanie. I'm down.
Can Matt do it? And can we just put one in?
Yeah, we'll put it in post.
In post? Yeah.
What would the Mavs have to do?
We'll put it in.
What would the Mavs have to do for you to say I won't shave my face for 2 months?
What would the Mavs have to do?
This is a Harrison Barnes throwback here.
I was gonna say, are we doing a playoff beards?
Playoff beards.
It would take
Well-
me till 2 years from now.
I wonder if someone in the chat might remember, but I had a Cooper Flagg. If Cooper Flagg averages X stat line this year, and I forgot what it was, but I think he's averaging it. I would wear only a Cooper Flagg jersey for the month of April. That would be the only thing I wore.
No shirt underneath.
Well, no, I mean, I could wear anything else I wanted, but a Cooper Flagg jersey would have to be front and center.
Jersey, no shirt underneath.
Grown adult with nothing underneath the jersey.
Wearing the jersey of an 18-year-old.
That's a move.
That's true.
That's
Yeah,
a move.
that I try not to think about that aspect of it, honestly. The fact that he is 18 years old. Like, he couldn't be my son, I was about to say. I'm not going to give the chat any fuel for that fire. The ageism that goes on
What's
here.
the limit of the jokes we can make on this?
Literally say whatever you want.
Really?
Well, yeah, actually.
Oh. Trump might be a fan of you wearing a jersey of an 18-year-old.
So January, we just got pulled off the air. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, okay, January. I was, actually, let me not say this out loud. Let me not say this. Let me not say this out loud. You are allowed to say whatever you want. There was a topic I wanted to broach somewhat recently. We were like, it involved an owner.
I should hold back on that.
No, it was because you and I.
It involved an owner.
You put on our rundown. We're talking about world politics. Is what you put on our rundown, and the producer was like, "Maybe let's not do that."
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. That was a troll.
Hot takes about
You did. And Nick told me them off camera. I'm like, thank God we didn't air that for like you. Not really for me. Yeah.
Oh, my takes.
All right, here we go. January, Mavs 6-10. That's what they go in the month.
Let's go.
They enter February as the 9th seed.
Wait, Luka's hurt.
Luka is hurt.
Right?
Already out.
He's out the entire month.
And I had the worst Christmas on Locked On Mavs ever.
That was horribly depressing. Horribly
I was
depressing.
in the building. It was very sad.
That was really bad. I forgot about that. Terrible moment. Christmas Day. Fast forward, February 1st. Here we go.
Wait,
Just
Lively
kidding.
fractured his foot in January.
This happened in January?
I'll only say this because this is what's sad about Derek Lively is the year is kind of bookended by Derek Lively big injuries. He fractures his foot and he's like out for the year in January, and then now we're at the end of this year and he's out for the year again.
Well, wasn't the Lively thing? I thought I had that on here somewhere. Wasn't it really weird at first? The reporting, right, was that he had an ankle injury.
Yeah.
And it didn't come out until later. That was that in January that happened?
We want to talk about. I just seen where he was rolled out for the rest of the year in January 26th.
But then he came back.
We want to do the medical stuff now.
Oh my gosh.
He played those last few games. Remember that? That was kind of bizarre.
How? Yeah. Okay.
When he came back.
Who made the decision for him to come back?
Oh, yeah. We'll get to a lot of this shit. I actually do have training staff stuff on here.
Let's go.
So we will get to that in
go.
due time. Actually, how long have we been live? 10 minutes. This is going terribly because this is a long rundown.
We got it.
The first thing on the list. All right. Well, we're quickly into it. February 1st, Luka Doncic traded to Los Angeles Lakers. Do you guys remember this happened?
I don't remember where I was. I don't remember what I was thinking. I don't remember.
Now that you said it, I kind of remember it a little bit.
Yeah, it's coming back a little bit. That's what I was hoping this timeline would do, just refresh people's memories on some stuff. Luka Doncic traded. Maxi Kleba traded. That one did hurt quite a bit. Markieff Morris traded for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. We still calling it the Christie trade, or are those jokes kind of done? They've kind of resurfaced.
Well, he had a good game the other day.
Yeah. I mean,
when AD gets traded, it will be the Christie trade.
That's true, yeah. Remember the Rondo trade ended up being the Dwight Powell trade.
It still is.
Yeah, so who knows?
All these changes, and I still got my dog Dwight Powell.
2029 pick.
2029 pick isn't looking better.
The Paul George trade turned into the Shade trade. I mean, I'm just saying, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Do we have the my reaction to this?
Oh, crap.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh, my
We got production
gosh.
value here.
What a production right now.
Mind you, this was at like 2 or 3 in the morning when this was going on.
So at least it's like, cue my reaction.
Yeah. I've had Matt slaving away for hours on end getting this ready.
Well, we did.
We played my reaction.
Hang on,
It was just me
and
me trying to decide if I still had a career in this business. It was just,
Dude, Nick was, I feel like I was stalking Nick off a ledge that night. He was so depressed of like our career. our show.
I just kept repeating, dude, our life just changed. Our entire
Honestly,
life just changed.
bro, he said that
did it
so
not?
many times.
Did it not?
And I was just like, all right, well, we got to do a show. We got to talk about it. And like,
guy with wife and 2 kids over here with some perspective.
Yeah. I thought, here it is.
Told. There's something else that we're not being told. Because
There was nothing else.
It sounds like
Look at your
the
hair.
Mavericks
I
front
just at the
office
shower, I think.
decided they were making a win now trade
Horrible.
by trading Luka fucking Doncic. Just made the fucking finals.
Yeah.
Can you guys confirm to me in the chat the Mavs just made the finals? Can you
They
please
did.
confirm to me in the chat that the Mavs just made the
How many
finals?
people were in here?
So proud of
Rob
Chad.
Pelinka
I don't
has
know.
kidnapped. He's
Thousands,
kidnapped
probably.
Nico Harrison. Can somebody call the police? They made a win now trade by trading away Luka Doncic. There's something more here.
Defense
There's
wins
something
championships,
more.
baby.
There's something sinister afoot. Absolutely.
Nothing sinister afoot. Look at that.
Honestly, that Stein
Great picture.
I like that. Still fresh. that Stein tweet coming like after that was like Luka did not request a trade, because as soon as it happened,
hard.
like we were all in this phase of like, oh,
Yeah.
Shams got hacked, ha ha ha. And then once it was like setting in, I was like, oh crap, like Luka straight up had like a secret meeting with like him and his representation and Duffy and them, like they initiated this quick.
Yeah.
And once that Stein tweet was like the second tidal wave of like,
Yeah, that
he
one.
didn't do this.
That was crazy. And then that set off another one where I was like, well, he must have told them he wasn't going to sign an extension. Like there was this whole day long process where it was like, well, surely there's something
We
coming.
went through the decision tree of like, all right, when a star gets traded, either this happens, and we went through the whole tree, and it was like none of those things. Actually, the GM just made an insane choice.
And that's why the conspiratorial stuff became so popular. Was it's like there really wasn't a historical precedence for
Literally
anything to happen.
2 days ago, I'm coming home from the airport, and my Uber driver is like, "You watch the Mavs?" And I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit." He
Uber
goes,
X.
and he goes, "That trade." Now the commissioner called that one in. He's like,
Yep.
I know it. He's like, the commissioner called it in, and I'm like, "Oh, you believe that conspiracy?" He goes, "That's not a conspiracy." He's like, "That's for real." He just goes on this whole rant about how the NBA needed Luka, a star with the Lakers, and you know what? I don't.
Leading vote getter, leading jersey sales, most viewed on social media.
NBA's flexing the numbers right now.
I know it's a little bit suspicious.
yeah.
Did you see the Christmas Day ratings? They were really good.
I know the NBA told us about
Up like
Stein was-
60%. Well, it wasn't because of Lakers. Let me tell you that, because most people tuned that out in about the
That
first
game was
5
not
minutes
good.
of the game because they saw where that was headed.
So post Luka trade, we have the Cleveland presser.
Okay, so I've got a rundown of all of the things that happened post Luka
gosh.
trade.
All right, give it.
February 2nd, that next morning, the most awkward and strange press conference of all time.
Pre-game pressers.
10 in the morning.
We've been to a bunch of them.
Yeah.
These pre-game pressers. They're so basic, boring. Like usually, all the people that work on the broadcast or work for the opposing team's broadcast, and then they all come in and ask questions so that they can talk about stuff during the game. It's just so much basic stuff all the time. Kid comes in and gives like the injury reports and all that. And for Nico Harrison to just like pop in and join Jason Kidd for this like normally mundane experience for this made it even more insane to me. And for this to be the only press conference he does for how long? Like 2 months?
2 months.
2 months, yeah.
2 months.
Yeah.
Incredibly awkward. Clearly, Kid's a little shell-shocked, and we can debate all day about.
How jump scared Nico on the screen.
Yeah, I know. This was the most insane thing. I remember watching this and being like, I cannot believe this.
He starts off with the
This
joke.
is happening.
And it's
Yeah.
just like, it's like, oh God. No.
Nico's like,
He sat down and was like, well, did something happen, guys?
yeah. I mean, and everyone in the room's probably like, dude, you probably need to lock in a little bit here.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. This is some serious shit.
Because like to Nick's point about like, hey, our lives have changed because of the show. Everybody in there who covers the team, like it affects them too. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
way.
views and ratings and all the stuff that Luka brings. So I would go out on a limb and say a lot of people in that room wasn't jumping for joy when that trade happened.
I mean, we've talked to enough people who've worked
Yeah.
with the team in some capacity last
Yeah.
year who were like, it was a travesty, like what happened
yes.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Complete and total
Say
travesty.
the least, yes.
So this happens, the press conference. I would love to talk to Followell about that because he has this sort of monologue before the game where you can tell he's like,
Crushed it.
Right.
Follow crushed it.
Followell crushed it, but you can tell he's just, as a fan in that moment, like, I don't have words to make sense of what just happened.
Do you remember how insane that Cavs game was?
Yeah, they lost by 50 points. Kyrie wasn't on the bench. He was out, obviously, didn't play in that game. But, like, wasn't even with the team. I remember that being a thing. Because in that moment, I was like, well, we were clearly trading Kyrie too, right? Like, there's no way Kyrie wants to be here. No way Clay wants to be here. Horrible.
Just chilling at home. That presser, too, I think was the first time we heard from Nico of how AD fits our timeline.
Yeah. Oof. That was the time. Yeah.
He fits our timeline, the win now.
In his defense.
Stop. I was like,
looking back on it now, February 3rd, this is where we started getting the trickle. Like, well, Luka was 270 pounds. Right? Like, just letting that be thrown out there.
Tim Allen and Santa Claus?
His wrist injuries, he never had a wrist.
Yeah. 270 pounds. The wrist injury was fake to get him in shape.
Yeah. I don't want to say like there was
his defense.
There was some truth to that.
No. Look.
For sure.
The trade in itself is indefensible, but we've gotten cyber stalked many of times for being frustrated with Luka as well. So like the frustrations were true.
And I will stand by, I think McMahon got a little unfairly treated through some of that because McMahon, I will stand by that. McMahon was reporting on a lot of that Luka stuff of like the weight conditioning, the wrist stuff, and all of that before the trade even happened. Were the Mavericks very openly, willingly to like go down those roads again and give more context and more information post trade? Yes, they were.
Yeah. I mean, I remember there was the report that the Mavs had that post the exit interview after the finals and told them they wanted a specific weight.
Yeah.
And then that got refuted. But everything that I heard was like that actually happened and he was not at the target weight. So like all of those reports, there were truth to, right?
Well, and all the stuff after a trade happens, all the reporters and journalists, like the capital J ones, go through their whole list of all the notes and stuff that has ever been said. And they're like, all right, let's find any kind of negative thing to give us any kind of clue as to why this would have happened. And so all that stuff came out after the
empty in the notebook. Yeah. Some stuff you hold on to. I mean, there was stuff that we even held on to, and we're not even like reporters of stuff about, desires of Luka's conditioning and stuff behind the scenes. And it's like, all right, well, wish I didn't hear that one.
Yeah. I mean,
but the Mavericks were very, hey, we want to unload more of it.
Yeah, we want to control the narrative, but they really didn't read the room on this one.
No.
They did not read the room. And then, all the reports about him weighing 270 pounds. Just it was like, all right, dude, this isn't going to sway anyone. I'm trying to think of the one fan who was like, 270? I thought he was 265. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I understand. All right, this February 4th, Luka introductory press conference with the Lakers.
Oof.
Tough one.
You can tell he's sad. Look at his eyes. You can actually that face right there.
God, I can't stand Rob fucking Pelinka, man. Look,
just
at
got
him.
off as like freaking Harley or something. This is like the ultimate flex of an outfit of like, I just screwed all of you guys.
The roster that he has now, like, is a travesty.
This is the worst GM in the sport. And I'm ready to claim that because this franchise just falls ass backwards in everything that they have, including LeBron who's just like, I want to go to LA, like whatever.
AD was like, I want to play with LeBron.
Yes.
So then that happened.
Right. And that's it. He's done nothing else besides mistake after mistake after mistake. And then, Nico Harrison just offered me the worst trade of all time.
The league forces. Oh, wait, what?
He looks so sad. This is so depressing.
It really does.
I know. This was kind of so weird and awkward.
Can we also talk about, he looks like, I mean, he's a little.
Say whatever you want, man. You're on your own island there.
The Mavs got two, didn't they?
They did.
I mean, he looked probably like 272 there. I mean,
Nico's text came through before the show. Yeah. It got through bad service in here, so I didn't know.
I was on his Instagram at the beginning.
Shoddy service in this area, so I didn't know if Nico's texts were going to get through or not. But
do you know that Kyler Kelly started that game against the Cavs?
Oh, wow. I actually totally forgot.
You want to know the starting lineup of that game was Kyler Kelly, your boy Omax, Dinwiddie, Exum, and Klay Thompson.
And, wow. I mean, it's actually a miracle they kept it within 50.
Exum played.
Kessler was off the bench.
Oh, that's not the only thing that happened in this game. Or this day. Dallas Mavericks trade Quentin Grimes for Caleb Martin.
Yep. Still not a fan.
Still to this day, I will defend the process of this trade.
Will not.
Caleb he made up for it the past
Grimes
week.
is closing games for the Sixers team that is in the playoff race right now.
I will say QG has been kind of up and down.
he's not a
he is
star.
one of the weirdest players in the league for sure. Because you'll catch certain nights you're like, this guy's a top 30 player in basketball, and then other games you're like, oh, Quentin Grimes played 27 minutes tonight.
Yeah,
I didn't even see him out
Is
there.
he Randy Foye?
But this trade, obviously, in hindsight, and at the time, I'm like the only person who really is like, I kind of understand what they were doing because they didn't want to do the restricted free agency. This idea that the Mavs would have held out for his qualifying offer, I don't think is true. I don't think they would have had the ability to do so. So I understood it. But Caleb Martin being hurt and then you also giving up the pick is really the part that
That's
doesn't
the part
make
of the process where I was like, oh, you thought Caleb Martin was a better player than Quentin Grimes. And I was like, ooh, that's the evaluation process. And I'm not for any of this.
Yeah, I agree. Caleb Martin's or Quentin Grimes is one of these weird NBA players, though, where it's like, why does the league not like you at all?
Well, it's same as Kuminga.
Yeah, Kuminga. Well, the Mavs love him. Did you see that report?
I did see that.
Can't wait for that
you
one.
You love him too, Slap.
Yeah, ooh, that would be great.
I will say it feels like the small scoring guard that's not a point guard. That's like this like weird lane that the league feels. It feels
Super
like the
phased
league
out.
Yeah.
They're coming back in weird ways though. Like your Reed Shepherds.
Young guys. There
they're
will always
playing
be the
point.
young guys.
He kind of does.
Grimes isn't playing point.
Reed is like he defends. He's like a defensive playmaker in a way that's pretty impressive. And he
Would you
does
say
play
he's
point
like a
front.
sneaky athlete?
Sneaky athlete,
Dude,
lunch pail guy. So am I going to expose myself for? And I did used to work in a warehouse.
Oh, no.
So let me just preface that.
All right.
When they say lunch pail type of guy, what does that mean?
No, like he shows up every day. He's consistent. Like
Like, wow, lunch pail. I mean, how many people use a lunch box?
Mikal Bridges
Everyone?
would be one that's like a lunch pail because he plays every game.
Okay, that's fair. This might be the biggest depressing one of them all. February 5th, the Luka Doncic pillar is removed from Dallas Love Field.
Oh,
How did you guys
on my timeline?
How did you guys process that one?
not as bad as the Grant Williams pillar being removed. That one hurt
That one did
in a
stink.
visceral way.
I stopped flying out from Love Field at that point.
You did?
Yeah.
I respect
Protest
that
South
choice.
Protest Southwest?
Yeah.
That's fair.
No more.
Your flight's your
I
choice.
actually emailed them. I didn't know who to email. So I just emailed Dallas Love Field. I was like, hey,
At what was it? At
I don't remember who it
At
was.
lovefield.org.
I was like, hey, I'd love to be there. I made content for the map. I would love to be there when you put up the Cooper Flagg pillar. And the only reply I got was, I don't handle that.
I would love to see a business professional email from Slightly.
Yeah.
There's no professional.
Whom it may
Run it
concern.
through a
Yo!
chat GPT filter.
You replace that column.
February 6th, trade deadline. Mavs do nothing?
I want to refute something in the chat. I have never used Uber Eats in my life.
What?
Yeah.
DoorDash?
Okay.
Nope.
Wait, you've never had done a food delivery
You don't do
service?
Food delivery?
Nah, go get it.
That is
Oh,
crazy.
Let me save the $15 and
And you know what? I agree with you. I rarely ever do it, but the fact that you've never done it is
Never?
you've never had it.
Okay, I have done it for someone else where I've gotten food delivered to someone else.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cute.
You've never
Who's your
woke up.
mom?
You've never woke up one morning and was like, oh.
There's no food delivery in my town.
That's true.
My most shameful one was a coffee one morning.
How much did it cost?
About $11.
single coffee?
Yeah, but it was like I was so swamped. I was like, I have to get a coffee.
Don't let him do this, I reckon.
Yeah, that was a one-time thing. All right, February 6th, trade deadline. Mavs don't do anything. I actually thought they were going to get KD. That's what I really thought at the time because I was like, yeah, why? I mean, they're
We
going
thought they
for
were
it.
gonna go
So I
all
mean,
in.
like,
You might
yeah,
as well, right?
they're obviously doing
Timeline's
that. Caleb Martin physical was so bad, the Mavs get an extra pick.
Yeah.
That happened on this day as well. Kind of strange reporting there because it was like, wait, what's going on? February 7th, AD Christie and Caleb Martin introductory press conference for the Mavericks.
They have met Rich Paul.
Tough.
No Nico Harrison.
Not surprised.
Very strange and bizarre that the GM would not be at this.
Weird as a that never happens. Like it's not a norm. Like that's very abnormal for the GM to not be sitting next to the three guys. But I totally got it in the moment.
Oh yeah,
One of the only times he showed awareness.
yeah, that's true.
yeah. Let me just not be here because I will be the story here. No one will ask either any of these guys any questions at all because he hadn't done a press conference yet.
Yeah, that's true. And I honestly don't remember a single thing from this press conference.
Caleb Martin looks happy.
I'm a sneaky hater of press conferences. I hate them. I think they're a waste of time. I don't like them.
Also,
Honestly,
never
like,
been to one.
I like pressers. I like pressers for the conversations before and after.
That's the point of, and that's like half the point of going to those.
You guys
got to
be careful with that.
Games.
You've seen those incidents where like a hot mic will be on,
Oh yeah.
and it's weirdly always
was-
Scotty Barnes.
It was after the Moses Brown thing thing a few years ago that a group of us talked to Jason Kidd, and it was about the latest Fader book on Giannis and some of the stuff about him in that book, and it was such a weird off the record conversation, but that made going to the Moses Brown presser worth it. Nothing that
Moses Brown introductory presser.
it was Moses and a few other guys. Yeah.
Jeez, we were deep in the trenches back then, huh?
He was the guy.
Say what you want about Nico, horrible trade, but we were getting much better players from him. Like that's just the
that
truth.
was the other thing about this whole Luka trade is that we praised every one of Nico's moves for the most part until that one.
I mean, we were having pressers for Moses Brown. I mean, that's unreal. February 8th. Here we go. This is the big one.
The half, baby.
This is big. This is
AD's
big in the history of the NBA, honestly.
This day will actually probably be remembered for quite some time. Mavericks' first home game after the trade. Protest outside the arena. I think Isaac had a moment in this.
I got some views. I got to show some love that day.
Hey, Draymond knows who you are, so.
Wait,
No. Not for the protest comment. Draymond had words for me based off the Nico presser that we'll get to. In a
wait,
while.
what? Wait, when did this?
Did you know
all right,
that?
we'll get to this.
We'll get there.
to
Sorry,
this.
we'll
get
get
to
there.
this.
I went ahead.
All right, so Mavericks fans protest outside the arena. The three quarters happened.
Yeah, man.
The best three quarters in the history of the franchise.
There were a few people protesting.
Yeah.
A couple hundred.
Oh, I can't remember your comments off the top of my head, but it was pretty funny.
That's literally all he said. Was
I know.
a couple hundred. There was a couple hundred people on it.
People were so on edge.
They were
This
so
is
mad.
what I was like telling you before shows. I was like, I don't want to even like talk about certain things because it's like everything will get misinterpreted. Everything will make people upset.
Yeah, I got a few like watch your back leaving the arena.
Jesus,
DMs.
crazy times.
All right, guys.
It was actually like a pretty impressive protest, though. I will say, I'll give people credit.
Oh, we did the show yesterday where I was like, one of the things I learned from 2025 is that the fans' voice actually mattered.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They heard all this stuff. They saw it all. Their pockets felt it. I mean, there's.
Oh well,
so
I
many.
think the prolonged and you know what, we'll get to that. We'll
But
get
that
to
starts
that
it. Like if you think somebody at home sees a protest like this and like, oh my gosh, these people are really mad. You know what? Like, I don't like this. And then they hear all the stories about them kicking people out from signs and
The coffin was
all that kind of stuff. This coffin is
the coffin is hilarious. Those guys were hysterically funny.
And
So many funny chants too being there. I
F.
love
McMahon is still my favorite one.
Fuck Tate McMahon. He's not fat. Bring him back.
He's
The
not fat,
Maxi
bring him
ones.
back.
The Maxi ones were the best. Bring back Maxi. I was
Okay.
like, all right.
Can we just say this though? When Anthony Davis has that put back dunk, or he gets the offensive rebound, he goes up, tears the goal down. It felt like, and he's yelling at the crowd saying, "I'm here." I mean, that was pretty cool moment.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll give my perspective. I went to the protest, but I didn't go into the game. So I went to the Hero right outside.
Yeah.
I will say the funny thing about the protest is everyone's like, "We're done with this team." It's like 5 minutes to tip off. All right, let's go inside.
Half the
guys.
people went inside. I followed them in. I was like, yep, they're going in, they're going in, they're going in.
We gotta get to our seats. But no, yeah, bye-bye. An AD jersey there, whatever. Get in there too. But in Hero, the energy was so funny because those were all the people who were like, I'm not going in the fucking game. Like, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
to the
right, I'm
beer.
done.
Then the game starts. AD hits a three. Everyone's like, yeah. Then AD throws an alley oop to Gafford. Everyone's like, all right. He blocks a shot. Everyone's like, well, and then that put back dunk. Everyone's like, yeah. Oh my god, I didn't see the vision. And then he got hurt.
Yeah, and then it was done.
Oh, and also I wrote this down. PJ Washington also got hurt in this game.
Yeah, he did. How
Was that part of the vision too?
how do you think Nico was feeling in that like second quarter?
Oh, he was probably like, I'm gonna have a stat. Like I can do any NBA job I ever want.
Was that like apex moment for him in his life?
Probably.
He's never felt more gliding on air and clouds.
He hung out with Kobe Bryant a lot. There's probably some,
I think-
there's probably
I don't
probably
know,
some
dude.
moments like when Kobe won a title.
You know what? If I were Nico's PR guy, I would have said the draft lottery. You should have played into that more. You should have been like I said we had a vision and like kind of vaguely sort of hint at
Lean into
You would have
This
gone
might-
farther into the vision.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
are now
that way-
starting to see the
like
vision.
I would have said that like, hey,
The
you
fortune
guys are
favors the,
starting
you
to
would have
see.
doubled down on fortune favors the bold.
I would have doubled into this might have been set up. And then people would be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Like,
I think that's
the trade kind of makes some sense now with that in mind. Any other thoughts on the three quarters? It was pretty crazy. Like, they looked pretty
It
good.
legitimately was a half.
So, I will say,
He
I
didn't
think,
come out after half.
and Nico referenced this half for up until
yeah.
like, this media day. Like,
yeah. I think even so. To be fair, I do think they kind of owe it to themselves to see AD, Kyrie, and Coop. I do.
Stop.
I really do. Because I've been thinking about it lately. I'm like, you know what? If Coop is who we think he is, because those guys, those superstars, sometimes take crazy second-year leaps.
We can't verge off on this path.
Well, if Coop has,
we're 30 minutes in. And still
okay, true. February 9th, Dumont, quote,
Listener of
all-time greats who work hard. Shaquille O'Neal, Larry Bird.
Let's go. That worked.
No mention of Dirk Nowitzki. Tough one. Easiest layup of all time. Smoked it.
Shaq.
Oh, also on this day, AD out several weeks. Announced.
Yeah.
several weeks. It was hilarious.
Tough, man.
We are going downhill quickly.
Was there been an AD injury that they've under-promised, over-delivered on?
Well,
I don't think so.
is he supposed to come back tonight? I just saw that text. Or tomorrow night?
Yeah, he's back.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah, he's back.
Okay. All right. That's actually kind of surprising. All right. This one's a big one. February 10th. Kyrie. Named All-Star.
Great. Great
Oh, yeah.
moment
He
for
was
him.
like a replacement.
Yep. And well-deserving. Fans. This is the game where fans were just getting kicked out of the arena like it was
Was this the PJ
North Korea.
yelling at Paul Revere?
I do not think so, no. There's the clip of the picture of the fan holding up the Fire Nico sign. I got tagged in about 1 million times, so that's great. Daniel Gafford gets injured in this game.
Oh my
But this was also Luka's Lakers debut, February 10th. Dirk is in LA.
That's what he looked like in a Lakers jersey?
Yeah, I still just, dude, those yellows are horrid, man. It's so bad. How have their
Especially
jerseys?
for like
The Lakers fans even hate that yellow.
light,
Yeah, that yellow is just
light
dreadful.
skin. Is
There was a massive, gigantic, like 2-story tall picture of Luka in a Lakers jersey at the NBA draft, and it like nauseated me.
Riley says,
Yeah, it's
Jesus, we haven't gotten out of February.
Well, February is like the most important month.
Hey,
We're
listen,
we're 2/10 of the way there, or 2/12 of the way there,
25
1/6.
minutes left.
how long did it take Jesus to start his ministry?
Yeah, that's right. Rome wasn't built in a day. February 11th. Where were you guys for this one? Slightly Biased drops award-nominated video documenting trade. And this is on the rundown.
I was sitting. I watched the whole thing
Great.
on the premiere. I think
I remember you working on that.
By the way, the premiere, that thing is a sham on YouTube. Content creators do not use that. I know you guys use it.
every single day.
I don't think it works. That video should have 2 billion views.
I mean, we use it when we like just like push like live on a show or publish a show.
We use it every day.
I know,
Okay, I was like,
but I'm not hitting like
This
premiere.
is my consultation.
for like
this
2
is my
days.
my YouTube.
oh yeah,
consultant.
the premiere with the prolonged runway. No,
Yeah, that's
doesn't
the
work.
thing.
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
work.
We don't do that.
February 12th, SMU students chant Fire Nico. We can breeze through some of these. February 13th, thank God. Wait, where are you going to go?
At the SMU game, he said that after all these people chanted Fire Nico, the whole stadium was chanting Fire Nico, that he's like, all those people that were chanting asked me for my autograph and a picture afterwards.
That's pretty funny. But that might not be a flex that he thinks it is, though.
No, I mean, yeah, which I don't care. I don't care to share more about that conversation with Nico, but that was one of the things like he brought up to me that day on Media Day, that off the record convo of like how popular it became for fans to like hate him. But he was like, but fans then still want like my picture and autograph and everything too.
Yeah.
And he brought up the SMU thing. And he's like, so many people are like F Nico and like all this stuff. He's like, but then they get around me and then, you know, he's like, it's just a popular thing to do. It's just the thing to do is like to not like him. I was like, buddy.
I mean, you wanting a picture with Nico is like, I'd take a picture with Nico. It's like,
You would?
yeah.
Would you?
Nah.
But mine wouldn't be like, oh, love you,
In the
bro.
chat,
Mine would be
I
like,
genuinely
I have
don't like
to,
it.
I have to document that I was here with you.
In the chat, just give me a
ironic.
yes, no. Would you want to take a picture with Nico if you saw him out in IRL?
He didn't grasp that it was ironic that they were taking pictures with them.
Right,
Look
yeah.
who
Yeah,
I'm
that's
with.
what I-
that's 100%. It was ironic.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
February 13th, we've reached the All-Star break.
When-
Thank God.
Great quote. Great chat. When were the medieval times chants?
All in this period. All in this
Yeah.
period.
Hold on. I can get our best fact checkers on it.
February 16th, we're now getting dark. Daryl Armstrong arrested.
Oh God, we're putting these on.
Oh, boy.
Well, this was the
Has been
timeline.
swept under every rug.
I mean,
That
we're
rug,
going.
that rug.
I love this.
We're going with this is the timeline of the year for the Mavs, man. Like this is it.
Oh, my gosh. We got the
Wait,
mugshot?
this is my favorite. Not this one's my favorite one. This is my favorite one right here. February 21st, the Mavs social media team posts the Duro music video where the traded players
That was a day.
in silhouette.
That was a day. And to set the record straight, Duro's people sent that video to the
Right, yes.
Mavs.
The Mavs did not make that video themselves.
That
That was
people didn't have a say in.
But it was really funny because for a while it was
so
like
funny.
for a while we were breaking down the plays. We're like, that is Luka.
That one's
is
Luka.
Luka.
This one's Maxey though, so it's fine.
But it turns out it was never Luka.
They made the Mavs content people take him out.
March 9th, the Fire Nico Medieval Times.
Man, that had some legs, huh? I mean, there was a while where it was like if you were in a Dallas sporting environment, you were hearing the channel.
I heard it at Rangers games.
Yeah. It's like the Rangers go down 5-0 the fifth
There's
inning.
a whole bunch
Fire
of
Nico!
yeses for the take a picture with Nico. Or maybe it's just one dude over and over again.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
for
It's
sure.
one dude over and over again.
For sure, yeah.
It's one dude over.
It is. I don't think leader is king anymore. No.
I'm skipping some of these because like
Just rapid fire.
Mavs blown out by the Warriors. Who cares about that shit? I don't even remember why that was important.
This Christmas?
I mean, it was the end of March that a big injury happened.
Here, how about this? February 25th.
Oh, you're still in February.
Lakers play the Mavericks for the first time following the trade in LA.
In LA.
Weird game. Just very weird vibes. Luka wasn't necessarily great, but he was just still kind of working back from that injury.
But he found Nico in the crowd.
He found Nico.
For
He was
sure.
talking shit to Kid as well. Like that was pretty obviously, but I mean that's just kind of Luka being Luka. March 1st, PJ hurt again. Moses Brown, weird small spot, weird bright spot.
He was good. This is the second Moses Brown
Small bright spot.
Brought him back.
Had to move on because the team couldn't afford to sign him after his 10-day was up.
Remember that?
Yep.
Team being bought by like the 5th richest woman in the world and not being able to afford Moses Brown is kind of funny.
On this day, Quentin Grimes drops 44 points for the Sixers.
Oh yeah, remember that one?
My nightmare.
March 3rd, Jaden Hardy injured.
That was a tough day for
You
me.
put that on the timeline.
Well, March 3rd, Jaden Hardy also got injured in the game where Kyrie Irving tears his ACL against the Sacramento Kings.
Actually, one of the craziest parts about the Luka Lakers like Mavs first game there was the Nico and Rob talking before the game. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Like pregame, you saw him on the court and you're like, ugh.
Like,
Read the room,
just wanna
man.
Smack all of you.
No, they're a tough one.
Yeah.
Genuinely, this is like, so the Luka trade was the most frustrating part of the season. This was like the most depressing part because Kyrie was having one of his best years of his career, really. And it was probably going to make an All-NBA team, maybe.
Yeah, it was the stretch of Kyrie tearing his ACL, AD was hurt, Lively's out for the year, and we haven't won the draft lottery yet.
Yeah.
And it was like,
And Luka and the Lakers are going up. Like they were playing really well.
Yes, that's true. That's a great point. It's hard to remember this before the draft lottery. Where it was like the franchise will be bad for 20 years. Like there is
this is where I started to put my resume out there on like Indeed.
You're like, I wonder if I could still get into marketing.
No.
Like,
It's like,
maybe I can shift the sales. Like,
maybe Locked On will let me do a different team. Maybe the Hornets will be less.
Nick fires another host.
Yeah, just to move, just to
Just
move
to
their
take
spot.
that.
we're canceling this show.
Like, listen, Koo, I'm gonna be the Pistons guy now.
Locked on USC.
We got that.
Not anymore.
Somebody else
Out
was.
on that. Not anymore.
How about this injury? Any more with things on the Kyrie injury? I mean, that was truthfully
Just depressing.
heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, that was like, I was almost
Oh,
in
that-
tears when he was at the free throw.
That
line.
may be that's probably the lowest moment for Nico because he's like, oh, this is done.
Yeah, that's true. That's a great
Because
point.
there were still, if you remember, there were still people, I mean, us, we were holding out hope of like,
Had
80's gonna come back.
Yeah,
Kyrie's gonna be
true.
like, Kyrie's still playing at this super high level. Let's see what happens in the playoffs type of thing. And once that happened, you're like, well, this sucks.
Yeah,
All of it.
horrible. March 7th, Omax injures wrist, out for season. Not only that, that's the last we would ever see Omax.
There's one chat that says Nico's not even a player. LOL, taking pictures with him. Lest we forget the decorated collegiate career of Nico Harrison.
That's true. Also, GM, I'd take pictures with GM.
Montana State. I mean, that's a powerhouse.
If
Daryl Morey.
typically it's not good. I feel like it's almost one of those things where it's not good to be a widely known GM. Like if everybody knows your name beyond,
Everybody knows Sam Presti.
It's
think
one of
so?
the extremes. It's if you're
do you
like,
think casual fans really know Sam Presti? Like could point him out in a lineup?
And it's been talked about a lot. I mean,
True.
no,
You
But
think
yeah,
Daryl
it's
Morey
mo-
being
you-
known as he is a good thing?
owner and GM, it's way easier to be well known if you're bad.
Yeah,
right? Like
or
James
very-
Dolan, Magic Johnson when he was like,
Presti,
Phil Jackson when he was. It's like,
Rob Lowe,
Yeah, Rob Lowe.
Morey.
I can't wait for that movie. Like Rob Lowe as Pelinka. Who's gonna play Luka? I've seen the James Corden ones, but he's just too old.
Come on. All right, keep going.
He's just too old at this point. It's gonna have to be a young guy.
Chalamet.
Yeah, there you go, Timmy.
This is Chalamet.
Timmy, can you put on 130 pounds? Like, what else happened? Let's see. Omax out for the year, March 13th. All right, so we're getting a little.
We can't skip past that. Omax out for the year.
I mean, that was
last-
my lowest.
That was
the
Isaac's
last we
lowest
saw of
moment.
Omax in a Mavs jersey.
This is hilarious. My hand just like
tough moment.
Tough. How about this? March 13th, I added this in here. Cooper Flagg hurts his ankle in the ACC tournament and gets wheeled to the locker room.
Little did we know this was going to be a big deal for us.
Well, I put this on the timeline because I made a video for this timeline, and I did have a funny tweet that I quote tweeted this and said, oh, perfect fit for the Mavs.
That's great.
And little did I know, I willed that into the universe.
Nostra slightly.
March 14th, I'm just putting this one out here. Mavs get blown out by the Rockets, but they dressed 9 players, and I believe they only had 8 actually available. So this is
that
where
the game they ended up with 7 because
I think so.
Caleb Martin get hurt during that game.
Yeah,
They're
and-
like, oh my gosh, they have 7 active players.
And one of the guys, I can't remember who, but one of the guys who was active, probably Exum if I had to guess. No, I think Exum was the one who got hurt in that game.
Probably.
Yeah, that's evergreen statement right there. But I think this is when we really started to get to could the Mavs actually forfeit a game?
Yeah.
This is when this
Yeah.
was
There were
at
real
its
talks.
peak.
I remember our post games. We were like, is that on the table now?
How about this? This is actually maybe the first fun one of this whole experiment so far. March 27th, Josh Giddey hits a half-court 3 to beat the Lakers at the buzzer.
That was a fun one.
Well, this ended up being this ended up swinging the
Huge.
future of the franchise for the
Yeah.
Mavericks.
Huge moment.
Massive moment right here. April 2nd, AD gets hit in the eye with an elbow from Gafford.
Friendly fire, too.
Finishes the game, hits a game winner against the Hawks.
Now he's sponsored by Oakley for his.
Now he's sponsored by Oakley. And now he's, little did we know at the time he would need orbital surgery.
Detached retina.
Detached retina.
I don't know if it was orbital, but I'm not a
Isn't
doctor,
that your eye?
so
I'm not a
I
doctor.
don't know.
When's the Nico presser?
April 9th, 2025.
Oh, okay.
Luka Doncic returns to Dallas.
We're 2 months into this.
Oh yeah. Of course, we had to have the Luka return.
Drops 45, 8, and 6.
Isn't
and it's
Obama show in here after this?
31, yeah.
I'll
31 to
I'll
the-
never forget that game
Yeah.
ever.
Because of that. I mean, just him sitting there watching that
What was the atmosphere like in there? Y'all are both there.
No, it's the atmosphere. I think about the atmosphere more than that moment because I've never been at a sporting game, and I don't know when I will again, in which a whole home arena is cheering for the opposing player more.
The closest I've been it was 2 years ago before Paige Becker's Wings against Caitlin Clark, where it was like the half the whole crowd was all Caitlin Clark fans, and then all the Wings fans were like also kind of like, hey, she's kind of fun too.
Well,
but I mean, that's nowhere near this.
a
But it's the
little
closest I've
different.
been.
But they're probably wearing Caitlin Clark gear.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
are all Mavs
Mavs
fans in
fans.
Mavs gear.
Yeah.
Cheering for
a
an
different
opposing
player.
player. And it's like you get it sometimes when like LeBron and Steph, some of the big guys come into town, but nothing like that. And I'll never forget that
No.
feeling.
Yeah. That was
It was that that both baskets would get cheers too, because there still were Mavs fans there. So they're not as loud, but still there'd be Lakers cheers when they made a basket, Mavs cheers when they made a basket.
you also around this time period you had all of they didn't show anything on the Jumbotron in between.
Yeah, I remember we were
stoppages.
I was tracking this for a while because they didn't show any fans for like 2-3 weeks.
They were pumping the music to drown out boos.
Yeah.
Just kind of a whole shit show. Of course, you had all the marketing campaigns too. This was something that really pissed me off. Where it was like Gatorade's like, oh wait, we have Luka guys now. We can start advertising.
Oh,
It's like he was here the entire time, and you could have,
Overwatch.
huh?
You love the Overwatch billboards.
Fucking Overwatch billboard. I actually have that on here, believe it or not. So let's get going. Here it is. April 15th, Nico Harrison and the Mavs host a private behind closed doors meeting with local media. Neither of you were there, correct?
too afraid to invite us.
Nope.
I heard about this and I was like thinking about texting Kato and just be like, hey man, do you need somebody just like stationed on the outside and their secret code word where we can storm in?
The
And
definition of a cluster blank.
yeah.
Like the whole reason behind it, DeMont and somebody else wanting that to happen. Nico still claims that he didn't have anything. That's another thing he told me that day, that it wasn't his choice. He didn't want to do it. But then how it all unfolded too of you can't record it, no, and all this stuff. But then it's like
You could tell it wasn't his choice when it happened because of the people that were invited. There was like, what was the business magazine?
Ben Swanger.
Yeah, what was the? I can't remember the outlet, but there's an outlet, and you go, "Ooh, I don't know that this is like a sports person made this choice to have this."
Wasn't it kind of like? Well, this is kind of like a Rick Welts get to know.
Rick was,
but Nico's going to be here, so and everyone's like, okay.
Yeah, Welts was there, and
because the start, you can look at the transcript now, and the start is like Rick Welts being like, "Hey guys, I'm here to do," and then Nico's like, "Yeah, guys, I'm just excited to work with," and then immediately it's like, "Nico, so like, what the fuck, the trade?"
Chops on this one. I had Cato on the on our pod a few days ago, and at the very end of it, we were joking about this secret roundtable. And I asked him his favorite part, and Cato was like, how they had a full spread of food in the room and all these refreshments, and no one touched any of it.
Nobody.
Like, not a single person touched it.
Well, I'd be a little bit scared if I were in there. I'm like, are we about to get assassinated?
And how it was on, like, Cato was talking about how it was on a suite level in the American Airlines Center. It's like, they don't do anything up there. Like, he had the Dennis Smith Jr. presser up in one of those rooms one year, but like,
oh my gosh, I
they
remember
don't do
that.
anything for like in that area of the building. It's like all of it was just a disaster.
Wow, I always imagined it without windows, but that room has a bunch of windows in it.
Yeah, that one has window. And then like the transcripts that came out afterwards, and it just made it all even more worse. The Nico quotes from that.
Yeah, and then
I will say to clarify that it was organized by a former basketball comms director who used to work at the FBI too. So
oh yeah, I forgot about
where
that.
a lot of those decisions were being made.
That is the beginning of the downfall.
That was the person I was like, it was Dumas and somebody else. And but there you go, you got the context.
I forgot about the FBI involvement. Strangely, the weird FBI media comms.
Former PR
I was gonna say, clarify the FBI involvement.
But still,
the former PR director worked for the FBI, and now she no longer works for the Mavs. Now,
well, the FBI just hires anyone. I mean, by doing a podcast, we were pretty much next in line to be the head of the FBI.
I can't talk about my role with it.
He's got some priors.
Okay, all right, fair. Okay. The funny thing about this to me was like the Mavs were the next day, I think, playing in the play-in tournament. So I was like, can we just like save this? We know we're about to lose, so can we just save this?
Was it the Kings?
The Kings. This was
Grizzlies?
Wait, I'm trying to remember if this was the day. It was the day before they played the Kings. Yeah, because April 18th, Mavs lose the play-in to the Grizzlies in the
We're allowed to
season.
go over the hour mark.
Season is officially over. Oh yeah, this is
Barack is waiting.
This is burning over the hour. It's fine. April 22nd, the Mavericks win a coin flip over the Chicago Bulls to get the 11th best odds in the NBA draft lottery.
Giddy shot comes into
the
play.
Giddy shot comes into play because if it were not for the Giddy shot, Kasparis Yakushonis is a Dallas Maverick. Just think about that timeline, guys. Think about that one.
If you think Nico's drafting that guy,
the secret presser was like 2 days before the Kings play-in game. Wild.
All right, now we're kind of getting into some. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. May 12th, 1.8% chance the Dallas Mavericks win the NBA draft lottery. One of the craziest turns of events in the history of sports.
One of the few times we've been live during something, and it was one of the best.
That was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Remember the Mavs releasing the video of Nico celebrating?
Yep.
Ooh, yeah. Tough.
See, that's what I'm saying. If I were his PR person, I'd be like, play into this. Like, you can kind of salvage this, maybe.
No, see, if I was his PR person, I would have been like, play it off like it was no big deal. You knew it. Like,
oh, yeah.
A nod. Like a Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality nod. Like,
that's actually a great point. If we win the lottery tonight, just be like, yep.
I mean, defense wins championships.
And then, but also, look at the camera and realize it's being recorded. Like, yeah, I had no clue this was going to happen. I'm telling you, I could have saved his job, maybe.
All I remember is, so my boss is David Locke. He's the radio voice of the Utah Jazz. Rudy Gobert is like his favorite human on the planet. They trade him. They trade Donovan Mitchell. His life has just been miserable since then, basketball-wise. He made this AI song about Cooper Flagg being on the Jazz, and he played it on the live stream, and all the hosts on the stream like revolted and hated it.
Yeah.
And we just kept watching David Locke get sadder and sadder and sadder as this live stream went on, and then we got the number one pick for the Mavs. We were like, we got Ace Bailey. We were like, oh.
The top 4 picks in this draft look awesome, which Ace would probably be good too.
I was going to say, not to completely derail stuff, I watched that Jazz game last night. At some point, they got to have someone who plays defense.
Yeah.
The Jazz?
In that rebuild, right?
Like, just can't play defense.
Nobody on their team can.
They picked Taylor Hendricks. He was supposed to.
True.
Remember when he snapped his leg in Dallas?
Yes.
Ooh, I was like
the Rick
40
Welts.
feet from that.
The Rick Welts interview was a moment after they won the lottery. If you remember that a few weeks later, you might have this on.
I don't think I do.
When Rick Welch did the interview of like talking, kind of like bragging on how many people were coming back now.
Oh yeah.
After they won the lottery and how back
Oh yeah.
fans are, and I was like,
All the people that canceled are re-upping again.
awareness, and once again, awareness. Like
Awareness, but was he wrong though?
fans, I mean, there were definitely fans who came back, but you don't puff out, you don't do that. We'll get to the intro presser, but it's like nobody in that organization after you win the draft lottery can have any type of stance of look at us.
That's true. I
Agree
with you.
You can't.
I agree with you 100%. I mean, it's really hard to overstate how much this saved this franchise. Like, I really have no clue where they would be if this did not happen.
We would be watching draft tape.
May 19th, Casey Smith named trainer of the year.
What'd you say?
Casey Smith named trainer of the year on May 19th. I felt like this was relevant to put in here, considering the.
I mean, I put an asterisk for. I didn't really have a month for this, but to go along with Casey Smith stuff is the alienating of Dirk throughout the year from Nico, and that was there's so much about the Nico experience was yes, the quotes and the trade and all that stuff, but how you treat people behind the scenes, and not just the greats, the people that people don't know about either. It comes back to bite you, and that was another part of the Nico experience. It just wasn't a good experience. But with Dirk in general, the franchise legend, when Dirk is going to Lakers games, and
interviewing Luka in the Lakers locker room,
and just. Yeah, I mean, I thought Dirk's comments, which you might have in your timeline too, Dirk's comments on the Amazon broadcast after, in November of this year, after the firing of Nico, I thought was one of the most telling things of how Dirk feels about everything.
Yeah, and I mean, that stuff I feel like goes beyond just this year. Like, I feel like that was a long time coming, a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Getting alienated from the franchise with Nico in charge, based off everything that I've heard. So, yeah, Casey Smith, named trainer of the year. Thought that was just a nice salt in the wound moment for the fan base.
Yeah.
To see that one play out. I have in June, all the assistants leave.
Coaches after.
Pretty much every single one. Completely new assistant coaching staff.
JJ Barea in Denver.
To actually parlay that with the weird kid rumors that were just
which kid rumors are not weird?
Yeah, I know, but this was just lingering for so long. And it was like, can somebody just come out and say whether or not this guy's going to be the coach of this team still?
And then they made us feel crazy for talking about it because they were like, "Oh, see, this is why kid was never going to leave." And you're like,
I remember, Nico does that. I forgot one of those dumb pressers. I guess it was the presser that he finally talked to the media. And he wasn't a coward and actually talked. And I think it was Cato who was like, "Hey, is Jason Kidd going to be the coach of this team?" And he chuckled. He's like, yeah, Jason Kidd will be. It was it's like what Nick's saying. It's like, we're the dumb ones for asking. It's like,
yeah,
bro, we're not.
Dude, every morning there's the Knicks really want him.
Yeah.
It's like, are they going to get him? I'm confused what's happening here.
Where's the slightly biased ankle break in all this?
So June 4th, we've already passed it. June 4th, as if where we're at the timeline right now, my ankle is broken.
He pointed at it like it was on there.
Yeah, just see, June 4th,
right here.
broke my ankle. June 24th, one day before the draft, Kyrie Irving, 3-year, $120 million deal. Daniel Gafford, 3-year, $60 million. Any thoughts on these extensions now?
I thought they were solid.
Yeah, I thought they're fine. I mean, it was clearly strategic with the Gafford one, but
Kyrie's was a re-signing, right? Gafford's was an extension.
Yeah.
Or did Kyrie opt into his player deal and then are we in year 1 of 3 or is next year 1 of 3?
Quite literally doesn't matter.
Well, no, it kind of does, actually.
Not right now.
June 25th.
We're in year 1 of 3 right now.
June 25th, Cooper Flagg
Because of
drafted.
the timeline.
101. Was this also when there was a press conference or was that days later? Did they do the press conference?
Wait, what did you just say? Sorry.
June 25th, draft day. Cooper Flagg drafted.
Let's go.
101.
There were many press conferences. I followed Cooper Flagg around for
Oh. Wait, were you there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just now remembering the first question he gets in the back was that one weird right-wing dude who worked for some stupid ass magazine who's like, "So, Do you think this was orchestrated by the NBA?
What
That's
do you
like
think
literally
about
one of
the
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 first
question was, what do you think about the
questions.
conspiracies around?
And he's like,
the
dude,
draft,
what?
all that?
Like, I don't.
I haven't heard anything. He played it off well.
This is my dream.
It was funny to watch him go from like station to station to station and just get interviewed all the time. And people ask him the same questions over and over again.
My favorite thing I've learned about Cooper Flagg is I think never once cared about the NBA, really. I think he seems very like AAU TikTok pilled.
No, there's all those stories about him watching all the Larry Bird footage
Right.
all the time.
There's always those
Watching
stories.
the 80s Celtics and
He didn't know who Big Z was.
he
He didn't play against Larry Bird, so
But he says he doesn't do music either, and
I like that. He's just a robot.
he loves golf.
Really?
Yeah,
I always get worried about that with the backs.
loves golf.
Always get worried about that with the back stuff. Just throwing that out there. I didn't have anything written down about any of these press conferences because at this point the damage has been done. Was there
The
anything?
Cooper intro one.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the Vision one.
that was the vision.
that's the Vision one. That's also where
The vision wasn't said before that.
no,
No,
Oh,
that was the Vision one.
I think
that's the vision.
Fortune Favors the Bold was before that one. That was
Right.
and it was the at post lottery one, and then the press conference. This was also where Patrick Dumont came up to me and said that he listens to the show, and then all the commenters said, "Hey, you're teaching Patrick Dumont basketball." After that, and that has stuck with me
I was
until
kinda
literally
bummed.
today's episode.
I
That's
was
still
like,
so funny.
Dang, if he thinks that Shaq had a good work ethic and he listens to our show, we're not really doing our job.
Yeah.
I felt like I had failed the.
Well,
I know.
Nick is a Lakers fan, so
That's true.
he has defended Shaq on many occasions.
Maybe he approved the
On the
trade
show.
because he liked
Subliminally.
Nick so much and he wanted the Lakers to have.
He heard all of our 10
Big misread, Patrick Dumont. Big misread on that one.
He heard all of our 10-second clips of us just asking Luka to play better defense and was like, yeah, stamp it and send
He's
it in.
gonna see it. Then.
I actually am slow hoops fan.
Summer of Clay.
Summer of Clay. Yeah, I didn't have that one written down. That's a good one.
Had a lot of Clay content over the summer and Meg the Stallion and
Good for him, man.
everything.
Good for him.
On the record, Megan Thee Stallion. Good for Clay, bad for Clay, neutral for Clay.
If he's happy, then it's good for him.
I could care less.
Career low 3-point percentage, free throw percentage.
He's like 36.
Career low.
Maybe he's completely washed and it should be way worse. And it's actually better
Ooh.
because of
Hey,
me.
you know what?
He's
That's the way to
raising
look
that.
at it. For
Yeah.
sure.
There you go.
The presser of the intro for Cooper, that's when we got the Jason Kidd, hey, we're going to make him
Gonna use him as a point guard.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And
So I actually had on here for Media Day where him talking about that.
it's like, yes, that's always encouraging to hear.
Well, actually, we were kind of like gassing that up a little bit at first, to be fair.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to do it.
In June,
only.
we were
I didn't-
like,
I didn't
yeah,
think he was
the-
going to only do that.
In June, we were like, yeah, we love that. And then closer to the season, it's like, we're not actually doing that, are we?
Not from the jump.
Yeah, that was the thing.
There's one thing to be cute about it in Summer League going against Bronny in a first game in Vegas or something. And then there's another thing to start the season with it. And it's like, all right, that was cute in Summer League.
Yeah.
Not cute now.
With Anthony Davis, with all the pressure, with all the angst from the team, from the fans, like it was a choice.
June 30th, D'Angelo Russell signs 2-year, $13 million deal.
That two shot of us makes it look like we're on Maury. Like with
Any thoughts of
Rick in
that?
the background.
What, D'Lo?
Yeah.
You are not the father.
Are we excited about that one?
Yeah, I love D'Lo.
Any hindsight on that? We loved it at the time,
I've
or at
been
least I did.
I think it was a fine choice. What's the opposite? Like we do Bobby's thing and get Westbrook, and
My voice has been in multiple D'Lo podcasts.
we were in the last one.
Yeah.
We were in the last one too.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
we've been in almost all of them.
They keep on pulling us. I'm
Okay.
fine with it.
Interesting. That's kind of interesting.
He does a lot of it's hard for me to talk bad about D'Lo because back home, Louisville area, he does a lot of like really cool things, and I get it. We can separate basketball from off the court stuff, but
No, I thought this signing made a lot of sense at the time. I was an advocate for it,
yeah,
but
it hasn't worked.
it just
I
hasn't
mean, he was
worked.
Nico's guy. Jason Kidd, not a fan, obviously, so he'll be gone.
Very obviously.
Should we dive into those conspiracies?
Conspiracy of what? He's in the
Kid-
vein of the.
Kid getting Nico fired.
Yeah. Kid getting Nico fired, and now there is the obvious pathway for Kid to become the GM, which maybe was always his goal.
Kittlefinger.
I think so. July 12th.
I'm not going to tell you you're wrong.
I know. That's my theory. I've said it a million times. I think that's what's going to happen. July 12th,
What year?
2025.
Okay.
Well, actually, July 12th, 1995, my birthday. That's what I have written down here.
Wow.
Slightly was.
Where are you
born.
at? You're in July?
July 12th. Cancer. July 15th, Derek Lively gets foot surgery.
Oh,
Oof.
One of
you say cancer?
few.
I was like, holy crap! Who got?
a few foot surgeries that he would unfortunately get.
Mm.
Here we go. September 2nd. Luka's team puts up an Overwatch billboard right outside the American Airlines Center in the midst of a press tour for working out.
Yeah.
I made my opinions on this very clear. I thought that it was lame. And yeah, I thought the Mavs should have said, get that shit out of here.
I feel like I've seen so many Lakers fans post what happened to this Luka so many times over the past few weeks.
They've
What?
turned on him almost completely.
One of my things is like, of course they were going to. I used to always get into this when people were like, dude, Mavs fans like take him such for granted. No other fan base would do this. I'm like, are you guys
Every
crazy?
fan base would do it to him.
Do you know what the Lakers fan base would do to him? Like, look what they do for LeBron.
They turned
LeBron
on
won a
Kobe
ring.
during the finals.
Yeah,
several
they
times.
turned on Kobe. Like, they turned on LeBron James, who is 41 years old and has won them a ring and literally saved their franchise because they were going nowhere until he was like, yeah, I want to live in LA. Like, that's it, really. So, of course, that was always going to happen. Any thoughts on the Overwatch billboard?
It was fine.
Just a hilarious
Bad
moment.
PR for for it to come out that the Mavs wanted to remove it.
Bad PR. But you know what? I stand by that.
I mean, there's really hardly anything good the Mavs did PR-wise.
I agree.
Post-trade, so.
True.
September 3rd, PJ Washington signs 4-year, $90 million deal.
Solid.
Great deal.
Yeah, good deal.
Great deal.
Love PJ.
Love it. September 30th, Mavs Media Day. You guys were there. What were the vibes like in that building?
Strange.
Yeah, it's strange. I'm trying
Did
to think
Nico
of-
talk?
No. Well,
Is that normal?
not on the record.
The PR director
yeah.
was already fired. That was strange.
FFBI director gone?
Gone.
They back in the FBI maybe?
No clue.
Hmm.
No clue.
I have it written down here. A kid says he wants to make Cooper Flagg uncomfortable. That's his goal.
He said it again. He kept saying it, and he was right.
And yeah, he did it.
He definitely made him feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, mission accomplished there. But, we do have the thing now where it's like, well, did it work?
I did that show like 2 weeks ago.
Did it work though?
A little bit. He's killing in the clutch.
Yeah, maybe it did.
I know, but
I think it helped him a little, but I don't think it helped the Mavs record in any way.
it became. It just. I feel like it's also a litmus test for people who actually like watch the Mavs too, because it was NBA TV the other day. Isaiah Thomas, which his NBA takes are insane, like old Isaiah
The
Thomas,
little one or the littler one?
the Hall of Fame one. When they asked him about Cooper, and he was like, "Yeah, I mean, kid's doing what he did with Giannis with
Yeah.
Cooper." And it's like, dude, you don't have no clue. He's not doing that.
Giannis
Like,
was in
yeah.
year 2.
Yeah.
and it's like he stopped putting him at point guard like a long time ago now. It's like he's not doing like he did the Giannis thing for a long time, and it was like, yeah. Anyway,
And we rarely even see Coop without a guard anymore.
I know. Yeah,
I feel like recently we've started to see a little bit more of those lineups
Well, they've been hurt.
creep through. Yeah, but that might just be because of
Debo
injuries.
was missing some games.
so you missed a very important signing,
Dante Exum?
Dennis Smith Jr.
Oh, I thought about putting that on here, and then I just went,
All these changes.
That still got my dog Dwight Powell.
that's
That
an
actually came.
iconic
That was
one.
actually the most consequential thing that came from Media Day.
Yeah, that's true.
That quote.
Because
Well, the Nico conversation was.
Yeah.
It was.
that's hilarious that happened.
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing? Some people might not know what you're talking about. Do you mind sharing it or not?
No, well, I mean, I shared a little bit about it earlier. I mean, Nico. That's just.
We're interviewing Najee Marshall.
The question that Nico the what Nico said was disrespectful.
No, yeah. We were interviewing Najee Marshall, and Nico wasn't doing any media stuff on Media Day, and we hadn't even seen him that day,
No.
and he just rolls up into our room and was like,
Standing in the doorway.
it's literally just us talking to Najee with Najee's like
Handler for
PR
that day.
handler that takes him to each station, and Nico is just like standing there. It's like, all right, make the joke after. So we end the interview.
I thought he was going to talk to Najee. I thought he came to each room and was like stopping by each player. And so I was waiting for him to just like talk to Najee and leave. And I was like, oh, that's the way it's going to work. And then Najee left and he stayed.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's happening?
So then I just started talking to him for a second, and then I make the joke of like, "Hey, you want to come on the pod?" And
Didn't say no.
he just like laughed and stuff, and then we just started talking about the question because back at that presser earlier in the year was when I asked that question of why shouldn't you be fired. Nico was just like, I could tell when I was talking about the question, and then when he starts on his like little monologue back to me with, That was the most disrespectful question I've ever been asked in my career.
It's true.
And you summed up my career into one decision, and just because I didn't like the trade, and I was like, and I'm like, no, it's not about me not liking the trade. I was like, and I told him, I was like, I do disagree with the trade. I think it was the wrong move. But I'm asking from the fans' point of view of like, you had 20,000 people chanting for you to be fired.
Yeah.
I wanted to like, tell me why those 20,000 people are wrong.
And you were like, I was giving you a chance to like defend yourself.
Yeah, I was
in a
giving
way.
you a chance to tell me.
He did
tell
not
us.
see it that way.
But he did not see it that way. And we just went back and forth on random things, and then he talked about his like how it became popular to hate him and all the stuff. And he called me a kid at one point. Didn't like that. I was like, he asked me how old I was, and I was like, hey, I'm not a kid. Don't call me kid. I don't.
Yeah.
It's just, but I don't care. I don't. Yeah.
So tone deaf, huh?
Yeah, and then it ends with him kind of walking away, and we're like kind of like laughing about it. And he's like, "Hey, time will tell."
Yeah, that's right. He was like, "We'll
right.
see.
We'll see
who's right."
And then he's fired a month or two later.
Jeez, man. There's just no universe where he's right in terms of the return on the trade.
No.
Literally, there's no world. You could maybe there's a world where like, yeah, trading Luka at that time might have been the right call in hindsight, but there's still no context ever where it's like that return was actually good.
There's no way the Hawks will give the Pelicans pick or Jalen Johnson in any world or Dyson Daniels.
Yeah,
or
I guess
Anthony Davis, and you're like,
is that the one?
Like,
Is that the one if AD ends up getting traded for that Pels pick somehow and it turns into AJ DeBonza?
it'd be the same thing as the Luka trade where you get the number one pick.
I know,
like,
but
hey, this wasn't exactly what you thought when you got into it, but
Okay. Does it play into Dumont's decision making at all over the next coming weeks for the people who are like, hey, I want us to go for it, and I want to see Kyrie and AD and stuff together? Is there a world in which, hey, they keep it together, they don't do the trades, and then like they go on a big run? Is it playing in the back of Dumont's mind a little bit of like, if we did do really good this year, everyone would be praising Nico and be like, and that's a small part of why they just like get rid of AD in the next couple of weeks, because like
because they don't want to see the vision.
That's a great point. That I hadn't thought about that. Maybe because I don't know Dumont well enough to be like that seems like something he would do.
I mean, I think AD still gets traded, and I think it's for all the obvious
AD
reasons.
stuff is so bizarre. I don't know, because like on one end of the spectrum, I'm like,
I think
they don't have a GM.
Yeah.
He might be coaching the
They
team.
do. He's coaching the team.
Right, but like they don't actually have one named.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's like why that big of a move feels like it wouldn't happen. Because who's doing the presser? Who's doing who's like putting?
It's a Finley Riccardi, like both of them together, and it'd be weird.
I love Riccardi.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll see.
Plano guy.
We'll find out here in the coming weeks. Like we're not far away from that.
Do you know Riccardi went to Plano?
I did, yeah. Pretty cool.
Does it, if they make even bigger moves like AD and another trade, or like 3 trades, does that give you more ammo to Jason Kidd's for sure the GM? Because they don't make these trades without.
So I already think he's a GM because the reporting of like Shams just saying, yeah, and in the summer the Mavs will revisit these GM conversation. I'm like, why wouldn't they be doing that before the trade deadline unless they already know who it is in house? And if it was Finley or Riccardi, why wouldn't they just name them right now?
Yeah, my only thing, I'm with you. Like we've kind of been on the whole like kid thing too, and my only thing about it is I have heard a few people being like, DeMont is valuing some like heavy experience, which I would prefer.
Yeah. I'm not advocating for Kidd being the GM,
and that's my only thing of like, he doesn't have the experience. So,
or do they view you've coached in the league for a decade?
Patrick, I basically ran the Bucks. I basically ran the Nets.
That's what I'm saying. What does he mean by experience?
I've basically done this job before. I've been in the NBA. I know all these guys. Played in the NBA for 20 years.
Where were we at?
Yeah, sorry.
October 2nd, Gafford, ankle injury that is still just lingering, probably.
He looked pretty good the other night.
He did. That was his best game.
He might
of
be
the
on his
season
way
by
up.
far.
Show the Pacers that.
The what?
Show the Pacers that.
That's true. Send that tape to them. October 23rd, opening night, Mavs get blown out. That was the first moment. Immediately, they get destroyed by the Spurs. Maybe we didn't fully understand the Spurs.
The Spurs are
We didn't realize the Spurs were kind of a machine. We thought they'd be pretty
matchup
good.
Nightmare. They're just one of those teams that's just a matchup nightmare if they're all healthy.
Yeah. Didn't really, because Castro had a great game in that one. I was thinking back on it, like, didn't realize he was taking that step.
That was one to easily brush off, though. You're like,
Wemby
broke them.
Yeah, Wemby was just like, oh my God, is this the best player of all time? Like, is this what we're seeing this year? Just thought that was a fun little, like, uh-oh moment.
The Wizards one was worse.
The Wizards one was worse. That was what, a few nights later?
That was the next game.
Next game. Lose to the Wizards. That was when we were like, oh God, this team's going to be terrible. Huh? This team's going to be horrible. Coop really hadn't played well yet.
Well, he's
we were
playing
like,
point.
oh.
So.
Yeah, playing point guard. We're like, this is a disaster, fiasco, all of it. October 29th, AD leaves the Pacers game with a calf injury. He will miss the next 14 games. Did you remember that he missed that long?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, because
month.
they said it was going to be a couple weeks, and then it ended up being a month.
They go 3-11 over that stretch.
Tough.
He's a good basketball player.
Was that before the kid extension announced?
Kid extension, I thought I had that on here for some reason. Kid extension was before the season started, right? Like right before it.
Oh, I had it announced in October. But...
Yeah, like I think it was October.
Oh, right before.
Yeah, right before opening night, I think. Kid extension announced.
Yeah, October 14th.
Still really think he's going to be the GM. I really do.
Maybe that's part of the extension.
Maybe. November 7th. Here we go. Mavs get blown out by the Grizzlies. Nick is out of town, I believe.
It was gone.
Yep.
I leave for one day.
You leave for one day. Me and Isaac go on and say it's time to fire Nico Harrison.
We say on the pod, we say, hey, by 2 Fridays from now, in 2 weeks, he will not be the GM.
Yeah.
And I remember one of us said, I want to say next Friday, but it feels like it could be too early.
Yeah.
And then he was gone on Tuesday.
It wasn't like, oh, he's done such a bad job, he's too far. Now it was more like the vibes are so bad, you have to salvage it.
Yeah.
And the easiest way to salvage it is to just fire Nico and rip that Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
That could at least calm down some of this horrible, like lingering rain cloud.
The effort, it was just too much.
It was. And that wasn't even a home game, I don't think, was it?
No, it was in Memphis. Yeah.
Right. Because November 11th, the loudest fire Nico chants yet. I forgot who they were playing. But this was the game where the Luka kid sitting courtside with the Luka jersey on.
Yeah.
And that moment right there, I was like, oh, he's getting fired in the coming days. Like that photo op, which is 1,000,000% what it was, does not happen unless they have already kind of internally decided Nico's getting fired.
Every reporter was like making their way over there.
I'm sitting in my normal section. I can see I have a clear view of this. And it was funny to watch, like, one reporter go talk to the kid, another reporter talk to the kid, another reporter. He's like, the whole game, he's sitting down with somebody recording him, interviewing him the whole rest of the game.
You guys think this was a photo op?
Yes. I mean, yeah, from Dumont's perspective. That kid, though, in that Lakers jersey, he's not a plant. He was wearing that Lakers jersey every game that I'd seen him leading up to that.
But I'm thinking somebody on Dumont's team was like,
100%. They're like, let's get this kid. And it is true that he was flicking off the camera because who sent it to me? Somebody sent me. It's on the broadcast. You could see this kid flicking off Patrick Dumont.
So I don't think it's a setup in the sense like
Slightly so proud.
yeah, that's hilarious. I don't think that guy might be a subscriber. It's possible.
Very, very clearly.
I don't think it's a setup in the sense that they planted this kid. I think it's more they could have done this in a tunnel. They could have done this in a anywhere.
It's
like
very visible. I mean,
right, like I'll go up to my suite at halftime or whatever. But this was come sit courtside in that jersey.
They had to get security clearance for him to sit next to Dumont.
When this happened, in the moment, when this was on Twitter during the game, I was like, oh, Nico's getting fired.
And also Dumont.
Maybe tonight.
He's not normally there.
Yeah, true. Hardly ever courtside, right? If he is there. Or no, I guess, does he have an owner's box?
Well, he's been courtside the time he was like, what, me? Are they booing me?
That's where I was like, these people don't. Is there anybody who's like talks to them that is just like, hey man, I'm here to let you know I got my ear to the street. Like this is what's happening. How do these people? I always wonder this.
It's us.
Do these
it's our show?
These uber rich and powerful people? How do they? They obviously have a bunch of yes men, right? Like that's their whole thing. But it's like, would it not be beneficial to have like one person in your crew that's like, hey, I'm just letting you know, man. I don't agree with them, but they hate your fucking.
But then how?
They hate you out there.
That guy gets removed from every entourage, though. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
I was gonna say if you're in the entourage, then you're inside the bubble.
Yeah,
you gotta have a consultant. not on your payroll.
I've advertised myself to be a consultant for any of these
like
people.
a slightly. That is somebody you could call up and be like, hey, I just need some perspective.
Yeah.
He
If
would-
they do,
he would
they
read
hate your
name
guts.
and be like, oh, he's slightly biased. So
True. Well, I don't know if I believe him.
He
or
would take
not.
it literal.
Then you say, do you hate my guts? And I'd be like, well, it's a different conversation for another day.
He comes in to fire Nico, basically.
Yeah.
The decision to fire Nico, to my knowledge, was before that game even happened.
For sure.
you know,
Right. Which is what I'm saying. I don't think they do that photo shoot unless it's like we're firing him tonight or what ended up being tomorrow. Well, November 12th, Nico Harrison fired early in the morning.
Baller.
Yep. Man.
Finally.
I really didn't think there was a world he'd get fired midseason.
Because that doesn't happen to a GM.
Doesn't happen to a GM, or especially that early.
There was so much smoke around it once the AD injury happens. They're digging the hole. The chants in the arena was still there.
Not only there, but like some of the loudest.
Oh yeah. Once the smoke started starting to trickle out, I was like, "Oh, holy crap! Like this might happen like mid-season."
Yeah.
Because I feel like all of us were like, "Hey, if this season they don't go like a good playoff run or something, he's gonna get fired next summer."
Right. Yeah, that was
probably
obvious.
kid too, and like just uphold everything. But
We didn't know how much runway Dumont was going to give him.
Yeah.
But then this started happening, and then the smoke was all there, and then it reached a point to where, the week before this game, like the smoke was so strong, it was like, all right, this feels inevitable at that point. That's why I felt comfortable that Grizzlies game and be like, it's time, like you got to fire him now. It's gonna happen in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean that was really, it was more of a Band-Aid solution where it's just like the fans have completely turned on us, and that's really what happened. Like if the fans didn't do all the chanting and stuff, I really don't think it happens. I think they ride out the season maybe.
I agree.
Yeah.
And everyone kind of knows the direction we're going towards, but we at least play the season out. But I guess it gets to that point where it's like, I always wonder this. If you know you're going to fire a GM, why would you let them have a trade deadline?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a good point.
Why would I let you have a trade deadline to further destroy our franchise?
Which then brings back the question, why have a trade deadline with these co-interim GMs?
Unless you know who's going to be there.
And the thing about the Nico thing too, getting fired, a big smoke thing coming out of it was AD coming back from that calf injury. Nico wants him to play.
Yeah,
AD's
that's true.
And everybody's like, we're ready, want to come back to play. And then Dumont comes in from the top rope and is like, hold.
That was the first real sign.
That was
No.
that was the first real sign of a couple things. One, Nico's probably on his way out, but also two, somebody might have gotten through to Dumont a little bit. I'm just like, dude, this is bad. Like,
you can't let AD come back. Like, the fact that the stuff you hear about and how bad Nico wanted AD to come back, like, yeah.
I mean,
it could
he
be
knew.
Just as bad as like, some of the lively medical stuff.
Yeah.
about it.
I mean, he knew, especially in today's NBA with the calf stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like guys are missing 4 weeks set in stone if a calf thing pops up. So, I mean, crazy sequence. I do wonder if, because some people still think it could be Dennis Lindsey. I really don't think it's going to be Dennis Lindsey.
Well, that's the only name that's been brought up.
Right.
You know?
Can you hire him mid-season? Is that like a thing that can't happen?
I mean, the Pistons would have to just allow it, but
So I do wonder if it's like, hey, we're going to hire you in the offseason. I'm texting you. Who do you want to trade for?
Do you text him without looking?
Yeah. Who are you?
Cuban's guy. I mean, Cato was saying on our pod a few days ago about how Dumont's been talking to Bob Myers and
That's true. They did talk.
getting his advice and stuff. So it could be more like a.
Doesn't he have a crazy cushy
Yeah, no,
job,
but
though?
he said no immediately, so that name was taken off.
But the advice though, getting advice from Bob, could you see something where he's like texting Bob and being like, "Hey, is this deal like legit?" Bob's like, "You don't want Kuminga."
Yeah, true. Please ask Bob. Please ask him about Jonathan Kuminga. I can't believe I read that today. I was like, no fucking.
He's like, I still believe in him.
Ugh. November 20th, Exum season-ending injury.
Let's go. Yeah.
Never played. Never.
Good
never
season.
suited up for training camp. Never like.
Good year from Dante.
Insane one.
Got the check.
He did. Is he even like still around the team, or is they just like?
I haven't seen.
No, he's still around the team. No, well, he had the surgery in London,
So did Lively.
so I don't know.
Great city, my favorite city on the planet. November 10th, and then now we're getting into more recent times. Or December 10th, Lively out for the season. Played 7 games total.
Tough.
Hopefully, this is more of a precautionary thing, but
Somewhere through there, we got
Worried.
Dirk's words on Amazon. Earlier in the year,
It's
that's
big.
something to say. Dirk got the Amazon job.
Dirk Amazon.
Yeah.
Dirk here at Haymaker.
He sat in that chair.
That's right.
Dirk's comments about Nico on air was
Huge.
just huge.
Scathing.
Just
That was some of the, like, that was like the most scorched earth I could ever see Dirk going.
that's the definition of scorched earth for Dirk.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
That'd be like us going on the podcast and just letting it rip.
At some point, I mean, I know we haven't mentioned Cuban at all, but Cuban being like alienated at the beginning of the year and now he's like back in the fold is like another layer of all.
According
of
to
this, too.
Cuban.
No, he's back in the fold some.
Dumont is getting some.
Which is,
suggestions from-
honest to God, is probably a good thing. Like,
That's your perspective first.
well, I think maybe not like personnel decisions, but I think owner to owner, there could be some valuable, like, hey, just letting you know. Because Cuban at least understands the fan base, like
Understands
at
basketball.
that level. Yeah, I mean, he
was
does
actually
understand.
a fan.
Right. So at that level, I think Cuban's insight could be very helpful for an ownership group that clearly
He cared about the Mavs. Yeah.
clearly misunderstood and misread the situation and how the fan base would respond to something
It
like
feels
that.
like I hope behind the scenes with Dumont that the Mavs turned from just a business venture into I need to start like caring and understanding more.
Yeah.
This isn't just a business thing. Like
And your name's going to be tied to this shit.
Yeah,
like
it has to be a passion project too.
because you might not have done the trade, you might have just signed off, and in your brain you're like, well, it's Nico, but you're the owner, and it's always going to be tied to you as well.
Yeah,
Like that's
he's on the clock with Mavs fans. I the day after Nico got traded, I was like, there's a game, and I go, let's see how long it takes for the sell the team chance to start.
oh yeah,
They haven't happened yet, but
he's in a really interesting position because I don't think there's much. I think my advice to him, again, I'm giving this game for free, and I should be charging for it. You need to be in the shadows. You're not going to win over really anybody with your family ties. Like that's just the truth. Like people aren't going to flock to you like they did to Cuban.
no.
Because people did flock to Cuban. It's just like this outward facing. Like, I'm just a fan of the team, and you know we get pissed off at him from time to time. But still, like I think every Mavs fan has love in their heart for Cuban, even though like they'd get pissed off at him from time to time, right?
I do.
Yeah, like of course. How can you not? Like he saved basketball in this city.
Yeah.
Like it was a horrible place before he got here. Dumont, people aren't gonna like you, man. Like
I'm
I'm
starting negative already.
like you started negative, but just your familial ties. Like people are not going to like you, and that's just the reality.
And then you
Lurk in the
Some
shadows.
people will.
and then you approve
Some
the
people,
Luka
I
trade.
guess. Yeah, so you're up against it. December 16th, Cooper Flagg, 42 points versus the Utah Jazz.
Oh,
Great game
Great
for
game.
him.
Great game. And then Christmas Day, AD exits the game with a groin injury. But he's back tomorrow, so really not that bad, I guess.
Not bad yet.
Can we have next Christmas just be just a fun one?
Yeah, let's actually not play on Christmas. Like, I'm cool with that. I'm all right with
Can we
that.
just acknowledge though that the hype around Cooper got them that Christmas Day game? I don't think it was AD. I think it's you had Cooper Flagg.
You sure it wasn't Clay versus Steph?
I agree. It was probably Coop. And everyone says, well, that'll be the last Mavs Christmas Day game for 7 years. I'm like,
Why?
yeah, Cooper
You have
Flagg's going to be one of the faces of the league pretty quickly.
Next year should be at home.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do
It's on every other year at this point.
let's do Spurs Mavs at home. Christmas Day next year.
Now,
Dylan
probably need
Harper,
Spurs Thunder.
Coop. That's true. Spurs Thunder is a great one. What's the next one then for the Mavs? Who's like the next logical?
Oh, Rockets is fun.
Or maybe whoever gets the number one pick this year.
Yeah,
Maybe
Hornets
start
with Con.
Hornets. Yeah,
Hornets
Good
on
luck.
Christmas Day.
Hornets never gotten a Christmas Day game. They're one of two
They love
franchises,
them
I believe. Also, I can't believe this. I heard this yesterday. I was like, the Hornets have never won a playoff series in
No.
the franchise's
Even with
history.
LJ and
I don't know if they've ever had a first team All NBA player.
I think Alonzo might have done it.
Yeah, Morning probably was. Morning, LJ.
He might not have though, because that was a stacked center era.
He's playing with Shaq.
Yeah. I was gonna say one more thing. Oh yeah, because that kind of we're thinking
Ding.
that kind of sparked something in me because I was thinking, I was like, man, I need to take for granted, or I need to stop taking for granted playoff appearances for my favorite teams and just like really enjoy them, because it was 11 years in between the Mavs winning the finals and winning another playoff series.
Yeah.
Like that could easily happen again.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that could very easily happen again.
Kings are like, yeah,
Yeah, that's hilarious. Hornets, really? How long
11 years would be an honor.
How long have we existed?
You think about those franchises like Hornets, you think about the Kings, and the Kings are holding on to Kings fans to probably holding on to like, oh man, remember that Mike Bibby, Bobby Jackson, Chris Webber, Vlade, like remember that team? It's like they didn't win a title, but like that's their like all-time team.
Conference finals.
Yeah. And the Hornets those days, and so
Well, we ran a little bit over, but I knew this was going to be a bit of a longer one. But we did get through everything.
We did a year in 90 minutes.
Any closing thoughts?
That sucked.
from us. I mean, I think it's an exciting time. You have Cooper. It's like yes, it sucks to look back at all these times of, man, wow, I can't believe this happened and that happened and this was said. And I mean, it was just a disaster. Like, Mavs made the worst decision in sports history, probably, trade wise. And then the follow up of it was that PR masterclass will be just studied for, there's probably teams that will reference that for years to come about what not to do when you make an unpopular decision.
Mm-hmm.
And, you end the year of looking at Cooper Flagg, and they got some big decisions coming up with, AD and everything, but now's your time to kind of recalibrate everything around Cooper Flagg. And that's the saving hope out of this whole year of walking through the valley is, all right, that was a low moment. Now we can start climbing back up slowly.
Is this the craziest calendar year ever for a sports team?
Probably.
I'm thinking in terms of the roller coaster aspect of it, where it's like in February, you would never have thought we'd be in a similar, like, honestly, there is kind of a pretty bright future. Miraculously.
Oh, I mean, they got bailed out. Huge.
I know. That's why I'm saying the
Absolutely.
craziness of it.
Like down the ups, downs of all of it. I don't know that any team has matched that.
If you just were to do like the calendar year from June 2024 through June 2025, insane.
Yeah, from the final,
Easily the craziest. Finals, trade, draft lottery.
I mean, we could have a 12 months too, depending on what January looks like trades wise. You could have from February 1st to February 1st, 12 months.
Yeah.
And the main piece you got back from a Luka trade is now traded. It doesn't even last a full 12 months. And Anthony Davis, but
I hope he gets traded, and I know haven't said that, but I hope he gets traded for him personally. For
Anthony Davis.
For AD. I hope he gets traded. For his own well-being.
For him, yeah.
Start over. Yep.
Start over. Go to a franchise. It's like, oh, cool, we got AD.
Atlanta's a cool city.
Yeah, Atlanta's great. They'd love you. You'd easily be you would be maybe the best player they've had in 30 years, 40 years.
Don't tell.
DeMarre Carroll, wasn't he player?
DeMarre Carroll was great. They did have 5 All-Stars that one year.
He's player of the month that one year. Right?
Well, thank you guys
Very
for coming out.
pissed.
It was a lot of fun. A blast.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Like your new setup slightly.
Thanks. It's great.
Happy for you.
I spent $0 on it.
I can't believe you spent your own money on this.
Yeah, all of it.
It's kind of weird you in the driver's seat. And
I know.
Nick's over here like having aneurysms because he's not driving the ship here. So
well, this isn't a structured show, so I don't have to do oh my god, I'm 15 minutes late on an ad break, because that would be me. 100. Like the moment ad breaks start getting added.
The first time I came here, I was like, oh my gosh, what if he's gonna do ad breaks? I'm gonna have such a good time.
The moment the ad breaks start, I guarantee you there's gonna be a couple shows where like, so you didn't do the ad break today? And be like, oh fuck.
Got to do a make
you
good.
didn't go 60 seconds and you didn't say the exact lines.
Yeah, you cannot just freestyle the ad break. They don't offer the services.
You have to do the
said.
CTAs.
Oh, my bad. So thanks for coming out, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Locked On every night. I was gonna say I was plug it, but Locked On every day. Every day, man.
Your team.
Insane. I don't think you guys understand some of the group text stuff in like August, where it's like, well, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about?
Just go to us and say, have you guys done this?
Like, you want to power rank City Edition jerseys now? Or
yeah, can we get 30 minutes on Dennis Smith Jr.? Can we squeeze out 30?
There's new barbecue in AAC now. We could talk about that.
It's like, well, I went back and watched Dennis Smith Jr. Barcelona tape. Like, yeah, maybe. It's possible. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to Slightly Biased. Subscribe to Locked On. Subscribe.
I am wearing Skims.
Subscribe to Haymaker. He's wearing Skims. I'm not. I do have Skims at home. They are great, but I'm not wearing them today.
Marvelous.
I'm just going commando with it. So anyways, hey. So anyways, we're also on audio platforms, so I always forget to say that. Spotify and iTunes, Slightly Biased Show. Thank you all for tuning in. Love you all. We'll be back next week. Have a happy New Year's, a safe New Year's. That goes for everybody.
Yeah, go Oregon.
Get that Uber, guys. Please, God, get that Uber. No, don't go Oregon. Wreck them, baby. Wreck them.
Who's it gonna be? This is Lamar! Oh my God! My brain's gonna explode. My brain's gonna explode. There's something sinister afoot, absolutely.